Hey there, it's Beth Griffith. I am the founder of the Future Millionaires community and the creator of the Signature Magnetic Branding Method. And I am really excited that you are here for this 10-day manifesting challenge. This 10-day money attraction challenge is such an incredible experience for the people who go all in. And I really hope that you will make that happen in your life as we move forward for the next 10 days. The people who I've seen go all in have had incredible things happen for them. I've seen people's financial situations be completely turned around. I have seen people get their mortgages paid for a few months. I've seen people be able to make more sales in their business than they've been able to make before. And it's because of the things that I'm going to teach you throughout this challenge. Now, just to give you a little backstory and let you know what led us here, back in July, I had been on a entrepreneurial hiatus, and I had gone and I had done this passion project that was not bringing me any money, and I didn't feel like I was making a difference with it. And my husband came to me one day and he said, "Hey Beth, I know that you're doing this thing, but you've never been happier than you were when you were teaching women about how to succeed in business. And I think you should go back to it." And I looked at him and I thought for a minute, you know what? You're right. You're right. This is what I'm incredibly good at. I'm incredibly good at teaching about mindset, marketing, and manifesting. I'm incredibly good at teaching people how to create amazing things in their life and business, and how to create money in unconventional ways and through sales and marketing. And so I realized that it was time for me to go back to business. And I didn't want to go back into business and just kind of go back to it just to make a little money and be okay at it. I had this desire and this need to prove to myself that I know what I know. I had this desire and this need to prove to myself I am not an imposter, I'm not a fraud, I really am an expert. And when I show up and when I do this, I want to show up and I want to create $20,000 in sales in 30 days. And I went back on July 20th, and by 30 days later, I had 100% created $20,000 in my business in those 30 days. And it was this incredible experience. Now, I've been manifesting for a very long time, as have you. Maybe you've been doing it unintentionally, but we'll dive into that throughout the challenge. But the biggest thing that I want you to know is that, like, I had successfully manifested, tens of thousands of dollars in the past. But this was different. This was the time when I said, I want to create this to prove to myself that I am as awesome at this as I know that I am. I'm creating this to create evidence for my brain. So here's what I had realized. I'd realized that when it came to my business, I wasn't content being somebody who made a little bit of money on the side. I wasn't content being somebody who was making money so that we could pay for organic food instead of GMO food. I was somebody who I wanted to build an empire. I was somebody who I knew that inside I was a future millionaire, and I knew that the results that I was getting didn't reflect that. And so it became incredibly important to me to start to create the evidence that was going to change that and show me that I really can achieve and do all of the things that I know that I was born to do. And that's become the focus of my business, helping people who know that they were born to be millionaires to step up and own that and do it through impacting millions of people, and recognizing that that starts with one person, that starts with 10 people, that starts with 100 people. It starts with whoever your audience is right now, and growing that audience until you're able to impact millions. And manifesting is how you are able to impact more and more and more people, and at the same time create more and more and more income in your business. So there is a system that I use to create this money, and it's the Dream, Believe, Do system. The Dream, Believe, Do system is actually a signature system that I've created that is within the magnetic branding method. And the Dream, Believe, Do system begins with dreaming, obviously. Dream, Believe, Do. So it begins with dreaming, and here's what I want you to realize is that for me, the dream was creating $20,000 so that I never had to feel like a fraud again. And then it was about believing. It was about believing that that was possible, recognizing what beliefs were holding you back from allowing that to be real, from allowing that to be possible, and doing what it takes. And that looked like me creating 2 different offers that I was able to sell, that I generated that $20,000 from. So dream, believe, do. If you are questioning right now, okay, is this system legit? Let me just challenge that, okay? Can you show me one millionaire, one self-made millionaire out there who did not have the dream of being successful, who did not have the dream of creating money in their life, who did not have the dream of impacting people? And can you show me one self-made millionaire out there who didn't believe in himself or herself and believed that they were capable of doing great things and believed that their courage would pay off? And can you show me one self-made millionaire out there who didn't do what it takes, who didn't take action, who didn't do the work that led them to creating that money? You can't, can you? You can't show me one self-made millionaire who didn't dream, believe, and do. All 3 pieces have to be in place in order for someone to get there. And so I looked at that and I realized, how do I turn this into a system that can help people? And I realized I have a gift for teaching people manifesting, and that's where we're at. So here's the thing. When it comes to manifesting, you need to realize that manifesting is not just being like, oh, hey, you know what? I want to make I want $10,000 to come to me, and it just comes in a check in the mail. Does that happen? Sure. Can it happen? Absolutely. Does it happen very often? No. That $10,000 usually comes through pretty normal ways. For example, you might get a raise or a bonus, or you might make some sales, or somebody comes to you and buys from you, and it feels like, well, this isn't very miraculous because I've been working with this person for 6 months to get them to this point. And it would have been more miraculous if it happened back then. But here's the thing is that so often when people are manifesting, they hold themselves back because they create all of these rules on it only counts when. It only counts if. And if I was to tell you how every single sale in those $20,000 came to me, it doesn't feel very fantastic or miraculous to me, okay? They came through creating offers, through selling those offers, through former clients reaching out and working with me again, through upselling a client. That's the thing is that you have to recognize is that these things, when they happen, it takes the mystery out. It doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't have that romantic feel of the law of attraction. And so that's why so many people miss it when they're actually manifesting. So in my book, manifesting it's so many things, but one of the things is it's the art of taking note of the good things that are happening to you and realizing how often good things are happening to you so that you can allow even more good things to happen to you. It's a really powerful experience. So even if at the end of these 10 days, you walk away with zero increase in your income, you didn't make a single cent from this entire challenge, if you implement the strategies, you will still thank me at the end of it. Your life will still be so much better off. You'll be light years ahead of where you are right now. You'll be 10 times closer to becoming a millionaire than you are right now, because you're going to learn things that are going to change your life and put you in the millionaire mindset and lifestyle. And the lifestyle, it might look like the tiniest little thing right now. It might look like buying yourself a nice pair of socks, if that's something that would help you feel more luxurious. But it's about the lifestyle. It's about changing your life. And if money comes to you during that process, fantastic. And in fact, that's our goal. It's our goal for you to have money come to you because it works. And I want to show you how ridiculously powerful your brain is, how ridiculously amazing you are, and how you're capable of things that you haven't allowed yourself to do before, if you'll only make room for yourself to do those things in your brain. So a few rules here, a few things to be aware of. It's going to take you about 40 to 45 minutes per day to do this. It's going to take you 15 minutes in the morning when you first wake up, 15 minutes at night right before you go to sleep. It's going to take you 5 minutes to do a check-in if you are on an accountability team, and it's going to take you 5 to 10 minutes to watch the videos that I send you via email. And so that's all it takes. If you do not have 45 minutes, if you do not have 45 minutes to be able to do this challenge, I want you to turn into your brain right now and ask yourself, if I don't have 45 minutes to do a challenge that's going to teach me how to make money, what else am I telling myself I don't have time for? Because if you don't have time for that, you don't have time for success. Success is extremely time consuming. And if you struggle with making time for things that matter, then your brain is going to prevent you from seeing success because of that. So another rule, you have to let go of the how, okay? So we are going to talk quite a bit about this over the next 10 days, but you cannot be attached to how the money comes to you. Like I said, money comes from the path of least resistance, and so the money will come in ways and you'll be like, well, it doesn't count because, no, that's against the rules. You have to count it however it comes, okay? You also have to make sure that you are crystal clear on what it is that you actually want to manifest, because so often people don't manifest, or they do manifest and they don't even realize they manifest because they weren't even clear that that's what they were creating. So you need to be, this is one of the most important rules right here, so take special note. Do not manifest to eliminate debt, bills, or taxes. If you are focusing on eliminating debt, bills, or taxes, I promise you, you are going to create debt, bills, and taxes, because your brain is designed to look for what information you are telling it to look for. And so if you are telling it, I need to look for ways to eliminate debt. Okay, it's not catching the eliminate piece. It's only catching the debt piece. And so it's going to go out and it's going to create the debt for you. It's going to increase your debt. It is going to keep you trapped in debt. So start realizing what it is that you actually want instead. You don't want to get out of debt. You want whatever it is that happens when you get out of debt. So start thinking about that and get crystal clear on it. So you need to recognize that marketing and manifesting, they're the same thing. They're 100% the same thing. With manifesting, you are giving God, the universe, or your brain, whatever it is that you believe in, you are giving that what it needs in exchange for what you want, okay? And so if you, same thing with marketing, you are giving your customer what they need for what you want. It's the same thing, okay? So it's just all about learning to communicate and put the right actions behind it. So if you work against your brain and if you don't work with how your brain works, it's not going to work. So if your brain needs you to do this incrementally, do a little bit at a time, then that's what your brain needs to do. If your brain doesn't believe that, creating $10,000 in the next 20 days, in the next 10 days is possible, then start with 5, because that's what your brain needs. Work with your brain instead of against it, okay? It's so, so important. So you are going to create a goal, and your goal needs to be a stretch, but it cannot be unbelievable. And so if you have never created a penny in your business and you sell products at $100 a pop, selling $5,000 might be a huge stretch. Maybe you need to start with 500 and sell 5 of those, okay? That could be what you do. So start thinking according to what is it that you have that you can create, that you sell in your business, that you sell in your life. What have you created consciously in the past, and increase it from there, okay? But don't just go for some big crazy number, otherwise you're not going to see the success. That you just aren't. You need to then get crystal clear. You need to price things out. You need to figure out, okay, I am creating $5,000 because I want to pay this mentor, and I'm going to get X, Y, and Z out of that. I'm going to learn how to manage my mindset. I'm going to learn how to manifest consciously on an ongoing basis, and I'm going to market. I'm going to learn how to market like I've never been able to market before, and that's going to lead to me being able to have bigger and better sales than I've ever been able to have before. So if you know what it is that you want, if you know what it is that you want, if you know what you want to create, go price it out. Go check in with that mentor, ask them how much is it to work with you. Go figure out how much it would cost to put those new cabinets in your kitchen. Go figure out how much that car costs down to the penny. Go price it out. It is incredibly important that you do that. And then you are going to set the intention that you're going to create this by November 10th, 2017. You are going to, or 10 days from now if you are on the evergreen, 10 days from when you are starting this challenge. And then you are going to figure out what you are going to do to create it. Now, you are figuring out how you anticipate creating this, but you are not going to be attached to how you are creating this. So you are going to figure out, what is it that you're going to do to create this, and it has to be an appropriate exchange. It has to be the logical, actionable exchange. So for me, if I wanted to sell, $10,000, I would know that I need to sell one of my $10,000 packages. So that would be the easiest way. Or another way I could do it would be through two $5,000 packages, or through 5 $2,000 packages. I know that I have these options in my business for people to work with me. And so I know that I would need to sell $10,000 in packages. And so I'm going to go out and I'm going to put together an offer or a way for people to get that leads to those sales, okay? And so now that you've decided that, let it go. Go put the action in, go do that action, but be okay with the fact that it's probably going to come some other way when you're first learning to manifest. It's probably going to come some crazy way that you didn't expect at first. You will, as you improve your manifesting skills, you'll get better and better and better at it. But at the beginning, you got to let go of the how. And you've always got to let go of the how, but just recognize that at the beginning, you especially have to. And get excited, see it, hear it, feel it, smell it, taste it, see that success. And that's what we're going to do with the actual practice itself. You are going to, in the first 15 minutes of your morning and the last 15 minutes of your day, you're going to go put your phone away so that you can't see it. Your brain does not need that for the first 15 minutes of your day and the last 15 minutes of your day, okay? And you are going to express out loud a statement, and this is in your workbook, and you're going to say what it is that you're creating, when you're creating it by, and what how you're planning to create it. And then you are going to visualize that. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to spend some time visualizing that success. You're going to visualize it happening. You're going to visualize how it feels. You're going to go into detail, see it, hear it, feel it, smell it, taste it, touch it, everything that you can possibly do to find every little detail. See the colors, smell how it smells, taste the food that you're eating in celebration, see what it looks like when you have that money in your PayPal account. Visualize these things super, super, super clearly and get so excited. And then thank your higher power, whether your higher power is God, the universe, or your brain, whatever your higher power is, connect with and thank that higher power as if it has already happened. As if it has already happened, as if it has already happened, okay? I cannot emphasize this enough. Think it as if it has already happened. And then sit with that gratitude for a minute and then go on your day or go to sleep. That's it. And if you fall asleep doing it, that's fine. As long as, if you fall asleep during that visualization, at least your brain is going to be thinking about that all night long. Fantastic. So on tomorrow's video, you are going to be getting some of the best content in this entire challenge. I'm giving you, some of my favorite stuff up front because it's going to set you up for the best success possible. So tomorrow we are going to figure out how your neurological wiring needs you to show up in your manifesting practice so that you can get the best results possible, okay? So your particular brain is wired in one of 3 ways, and we're going to figure out which yours is so that you can get the best results possible, okay? All right, well, keep an eye out tomorrow for the email. Tomorrow's video will be shorter, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So I appreciate you, and have a fantastic day.